Hello everyone. So it's good to be back. We are discussing, we are learning Python for Python basics. It's for beginners. So far, we have completed introduction of Python, installation, code, choosing code editor, installing Anaconda, which is very best for Jupyter. We are using for learning Python, and we seen variables and assignments and what is Python keywords, identifiers, and Python comments. These are fundamentals, very very basics. We have not entered into anything, any coding, and we have discussed syntaxes and those things. That's okay, and we are going to learn Python literals in this tutorial. And if you have not watched my previous videos, go back and watch my previous videos. That will help you to understand Python very well. So in this tutorial, we are going to see about Python literals. Literals, it's nothing but a data type in any other language. In Python, they used to call it as a literals. So I'm also going with the same name. Data types is nothing but like, it's if it's a numbers, it's an integer. If it's a decimal values, it's a float. If it's a boolean, where true or false, it's a boolean. That's a data type. It's like what is the character of data. Okay, so though that is a data type, and we have many data types available, maybe not many compared to any other languages, and but very important data types are there in Python, which makes very simple to code in Python. We must understand each and everything. It's very, again, very fundamentals. Now and it's in some other languages they call primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Here, I never seen something in Python there it is calling like that, but it's okay. Primitive data types, that is like integer, float, complex, boolean. Those are primitive data types. Non-primitive in the sense like it's object, collection. Those are all non-primitive data types. We are not going to differentiate data types in Python, but we will see like it's all the data types. But in this video, we are going to see only these data types. In next video, we are going to see these data types because it's very many things. So we want to split. First, numericals. Numericals, we have three data types, which are all like integer, float, complex. So when it comes to numerical, it's immutable. You can change it. So numerical data types, it's simply like a number. Okay. I accidentally deleted. Okay, single, float, what it is. Okay, anyway, it's just a no, it's numbers with either decimal or float or complex. That's a numericals, and we are going to first see integer. So integer is simply a plain number. It's not a decimal. It's not a complex number. Let's go into it. Assign some value. Okay, I'm going to assign some number. Okay, this is a, let's say this is a number. I want to see what is the data type. How do I find out? In Python, we have a method called type. When you type, so as you have seen like how to create a variable. You have to create a variable name and then like just assign values, right? Here, this is a variable name, and we assign some numbers. So what is the data type? Just simply use type function and just pass the variable. So you get this int. So it's integer. I'm going to give so much value. Oh, I have entered characters. So even if I enter so much value, it still stays integer. In Python, I don't know whether how much it's we can enter. There are some, when you go to Java or C, it's like there's a limit. This is a byte and this is a float or this is a double. But in Python, I have never seen like that. And we are going to specifically discuss about data structure, memory, all those things in the later part of advanced Python. Now we will see simple things in simple manner. So integer, it's just a plain number. You can use even negative number for integer. Just go with some random value. I'm going to give negative number and try to uh, just try to type b. Let's see, it's also integer, so you can use 0, you can use positive number and both negative number. That's integer. Let's go quickly. Next is float. It's again basics. I want to go in every example possible. So float is nothing but a decimal or fraction part. You just can like c equal to some Okay, I'll go with real-time example. Pi equal to 3.14. Okay, this is a, if you see a decimal value in pointer in between numbers, it's a decimal value. If you want to it's about a memory, it's about processing, right? When the integer has like 2 bytes, here it's not exactly sure, I'm going to discuss the later part. Okay, but we'll just see float is consumes some more memory and integer consumes less memory. So in that case, if the decimal value contains, means it's a float. So I'm going to check what is the type of the variable. It's float. Okay. Let me try with some negative number, maybe G. I'm going to give you some negative number 9.81. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't need to be accurate in programming that G is minus -1. But let's check the. Okay, it's simply float. So you can again give a number of values here. Even if you give like so much values, it's okay. But I don't think it will accept 2 dots. Okay, so it's not valid syntax. So you cannot use 2 decimal points. It won't accept it. Let me just remove this and give so much numbers. How much it will accept? Okay. I think it will accept pretty much, no problem. Python to accept more numbers. It will just it made so much simply. Okay, okay, yeah. Float accepts decimal values. That's a floating point. And complex, I never discussed. I know I've never seen in any other programming, but complex comes in Python. What is complex? Complex is simply a no, imaginary number where when you take a root of minus values, you get imaginary number. So Python is used for mathematical operations, complex mathematical operations, right? In that case, mathematician required to go for simulating complex numbers. In that case, they have to create variable for a complex number as well. How do you create a complex number in mathematics they go with simply I, right? Let me try just to go with some complex number max. Okay, let me just show you, if you have forgotten it. If you see here, they went with okay, yeah. See, if you see here, complex number usually they assign I value to it. Okay, um see, I value, see, is it, if it is a complex number, a plus b, it's just an example. Usually in mathematics they use I. Let me try assigning some value to plus I. Okay, let me try I. Okay, it's an invalid syntax. Let me try with J. Okay, let me try with J. Okay. 3 plus 5J. See, it accepted. So in Python, J is used for giving an imaginary value. So I'm going to just check what is this type. Okay. Complex. So it's clear that J is used. You should not use I here. Maybe I, it's being used for indexing for I equal to 0, I equal to 1, like that. Maybe they went with J. So if you want to create a complex variable, complex data type variable, you must use J. If I give space, let me go with some other, like let me explore with you what will happen if I give some space. 4 minus 7 space J. See, not accepting. This J must be, there should not be any space between number and the J. So it won't accept. Let me just go with one more example. I'm just playing with it. Okay. Let me just go with one more example. Let me put the J in beginning. Okay. I don't think it is accepted. Okay, it is something, it is trying to looking for like a variable, because usually a variable will be like going with character starts with some, even it can be any numbers. So just stick with this is a format for complex number. You should not use anything, just should not use like this. Let me just write it. Should not create complex number like this. So is this here? I'm going to put these things in my PyDesk. Okay, that's the reason I'm writing here. I don't have time. After that, I may not be have time. So that's it about numericals. And now we are going for Boolean. Boolean simple. Okay, anywhere it just 0 or 1, true or false. That's a Boolean value. I'm going to just create Boolean value. If I give it, it's true. So if it is like, if I want to just without even creating a variable, if I just wanted to display a Boolean output, what I will do, just try to match with some match, it will give you, or if I just unmatch it, it will give you false. This is a Boolean value. Advantage of Boolean, but you don't specifically like create a Boolean variable, mostly is Python, something like that. Unlike I don't know, in numericals you might be creating something, okay, like this, some values, but in for Boolean you will never create variable like something variable equal to true or something variable equal to false, but you always go with like condition, if condition or while, where you use conditions to output the Boolean value and then just work with it. Just I will go with Python. Let me just try. It's a Boolean variable. So this is how you use Boolean variable. Mostly you will go with like that is matched or something like this. Okay, this will give you output of Boolean variable, Boolean value. So next, simple concept. Just I think you must understand it. Next, special letters. It's nothing. Yeah, one of the special letters is available in Python. It's just none. None type is one of the special letters. It is used to like it is used to just don't throw any error if nothing is passed. Okay, that's a simply if something is not passed, you should not throw an error, right? If I'm creating a definition, I might not be familiar with this, but anyway, like if I just create a function, okay, if I just leave it like that, it will throw an error, EOF while passing. So instead I will just instead what I will do is that I'll just print it, okay, something like welcome. Okay, I just printed it. Now, usually you don't need this. Like even I will give pass. Okay, if you don't understand this, don't worry about it. It's just a simple function I'm creating. I just to explain why this none type sometime being used. If I like call this one, okay, print f. If I see none is displayed because I'm not returning anything. It's just returning with none. Nothing is returning. So in that case, you're going to get this none. It might be useful somewhere. So in that case, it is using. If I just return something, okay, in the same place, if I just return, I'm going to create one more thing. Okay. See, some data types you need to create. Some data types, the operations is based on the output. Okay, this is none type. Even Boolean and none type are based on the output. If I'm going to like same definition. You don't, if you don't understand, don't worry about it. I'm just explaining the example. Okay, if I just return it, okay, some value. Okay, welcome. If I run this, if I just print this, okay, G function, you could see that none is displayed, but here it is not displayed. Pass is a simple one function that will not do anything. Okay, that is just skipping. It will just move on. If I don't use this pass, it will just throw an error. Okay, you saw it. Okay. So that's the reason this is a none type. It's just returning nothing. Instead of throwing an error, it needs to return something. That's a whole logic behind the none data. It's calling as a special letters in Python. Next, we are going with like a very important data type that's called string. String is nothing like string is the whole thing. Internet, if you see anything, that's a string. It's even number, float, or anything that will be like say, it is like if it is considered as something readable format, it's a string. After that, you can convert it to something numbers or digits or anything, but everything is strings and sometimes like it's objects. But again, readable format it's string. So string you'll be using in automation, string everywhere you'll be using. So string manipulation is a separate topic. We'll be discussing more about it. Currently, we are going to discuss about string data type, how to create it, what are the different type of strings available. That we will definitely go into. Usually we have in numericals we have seen like we did nothing to create the variable, right? We just create a variable and then equal, assign it and given some numbers. For string, there are multiple ways to give specify strings. I'm going to give name. Okay. So here, if I can give Karthik as a string, okay, I'm going to see type string. Oh, sorry, name. If I see here, you can see it's a string. What other ways I can do? Okay, I'm going to give some name called Priya. If I instead of single quotation, I'm going to use double quotation. Type name. Still, it's accepted. Okay, instead of double quotation, I'm going with some triple quotation like this. Here, some called Raj. Okay, name. Name. You could see it's accepted. Even this also. Let me check it. I think I've given all the variable. It's okay. Latest only it will take. If I even like name 1 1 2 2 3, it's okay. It can take some time to just understand the concept beginning. Okay, here it needs to be thick. So all those things are string. Why do we have these many things? Okay, we need to understand it. Few things. Why we have to create so many ways to create string. Okay, one thing is right. This is a single line string. Okay, you cannot create multiple lines like this. We have two types of strings. That is, one is string, a single line string, and another one is a multi-line string. If you can use double quotations and single quotations. If I like, what is hobby is a variable. I like to play chess. This is a single line string. I can print it. Hobby. Okay. If I want to create if I want to go with multiple lines, what see single line and a single quotation. First, I will differentiate you why we need single and double quotation. Okay, if I want to put a double quotation inside single quotation, I mean string. If I want to just like okay, I want to I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to highlight the chess alone. Okay, here. What I will do is I want to highlight this one. Okay, I need like this. Okay, instead of how do I say? Okay, this is the value I want to get. Okay, in the how do I create a string like this? Okay, for that what you can do is, okay, I will just put this how to create string like this. Okay, for that you cannot create like this. It will throw an error because see double quotation application it's clashing. Okay, so instead what you can do is that I'm going to just use single quotation here and single quotation at the end. Okay, and using the chess only for chess I'm going to give the like this. Python able to differentiate, taking this single quotation as a string at beginning and end and puts value to it. If you see, if I just print it, you can see this, right? So this is the advantage of it. You can use single quotation. Similarly, same thing happens when you go for the next one. Hobby 2. I'm going to double quotation it. Okay. I like to play video games. Here I'm going to give single quotation here and here. Okay, it will work if print hobby 2. You could see it is able to like give you a quotation which you are supposed to, for a format for string, but it is giving this is the advantage of using both the thing. Both Python came up with both the things for string format, and conveniently you can use just interchange if you want. Okay, if you want a double quotation in your one of the string, one of the character or word, you just at the end use single quotation. Similarly, vice versa. Okay, and now so far we have seen a single line string. Now we are going to see multi-line string. What is multi-line string? Here, just I need some sentences. Okay, I will use this. Okay, Okay, I will use all those things. And for it, yeah, I'll just going to this is what is this comment? Comment. I'll just say comment. I'll just okay. What happened? It's just throwing me error. How can I create a multi-line string? All those things in a single comment. Let me try. Here, comment. One way is to okay. Maybe I let me do it this way. See, it's error. At the end, I gave at the we want to like single. Any quotation should be at the end or the beginning. It should be string, right? But it is not working. What I will do is that I will just copy paste it. This one. Okay, I'm going to give like this, and in here I will give like this, and in here I'll give like this. I'll give like this. Let me try it. Here some error. UL scanning string literal. What happened? File. Let me just remove this one. Is it working? It's okay. If you want space, just go with here. You want exactly like with the space. Okay. Now it's accepted. Let me print comment. You could see all those things combined because this one what this does it is it's not like it is giving you a line space. It's just that continue where it left. That's the whole point of this slash, okay, backslash. So it's just giving you it doesn't give you any line space. Instead, if you want the line space, you have to go with the same thing with giving you additional one thing called like slash n. Okay, let me try with simple things, and then it's throwing error. Maybe if I give double slash, maybe it's not accepting. I don't know. Maybe I'll give here. Okay, I think this might work. No, it's not working. Maybe there is a problem. It's worked. So if you want to have a line space, okay, maybe I will put print inside. See, you can get line space like this if you want. Okay, that this is how you can create multiple line string. You can create multiple line string. If you want a line space here, you can one more line. You still can do. See, so what other ways you can do? I did a lot of work here. Instead of I will go with some other thing. Okay, I don't want any of them. Any of them. How do I do it? What I will do is command to. Command 2. I will give you command 2, and I will copy paste right here. I pasted it. Is there any possible way I can get exactly like that without relying on line syntax or backslash? I'll go with triple quotation. Sort of filling. Okay. See, don't do anything. It's accepted. Let me go with print command 2. Wow. Okay. So this is the advantage of triple quotation. So when you go for a triple quotation, it's not just for using. It's just not just for creating a multiple line string. It is also have some more advantages. One advantage would be like even single quotation, double quotation. If you use inside it, it's nothing a problem. It's not a problem. You can give single quotation, double quotation. It will give you everything. Okay, that's advantage of it. Both the thing you can give here. Okay, you can give both. Sometimes if you are going here, you can do only alternative things. Okay, but when you go for a triple quotation, you can give both the things. That's one advantages I was not thought about when I was creating this video. One more thing, there's a concept called comments, right? If you want to give comments, you can give that. You don't need to rely on like if you are not giving any variable here. I'm going to give some commands. If you want to, I'm writing a code of functions here. I want to like write something like this is a command I'm going to give for the code. Okay, I will give some other things. Something. Do I have anything? Okay, I'll give this one. This is a command I'm going to give for this whole doc. In that case, I can just write it and then start programming it and then start coding it. Okay, something like definition, function, and action one, friend something like that. I can start coding it. It won't execute at all. This one will not execute at all. You could see, right? If I just call the function, it will just execute it. If I like print welcome, you can see welcome alone display. This not this explains. You can an alternative. I think I've explained this in the comment section. I'm not going to go, I'm not going to go for anything. And also I will explain for docstring. So yeah, the docstring or comment triple quotation used in string when you go for multiple line string, and it is having advantages using single quotation and double quotation inside the triple quotation string. That's the whole thing about string. And I think I pretty much covered what I want to discuss in this video. And I'm going for next we will cover collection, sequence type of collection, dictionary, and set. Stay tuned. Wait for my next video. I think if you're watching this video for a long time when I uploaded it, that may be available. Check my next video and then watch it. Enjoy. And I would ask one thing that I'm always creating a big video. I'm not. I don't like it, but I'm trying to give more examples. I'm having fun with it. So please, without hesitating, give likes and subscribe and follow my page. Maybe I think I'll be helpful in future. Thank you very much. Have a good day.